Okay. So the milestones keep coming. We're in the half marathon mode right now. And again, it's not that different from 10K training, with the exception of a little bit longer workouts in some cases, a little bit longer progression runs, long runs themselves. And it's not that far from the marathon itself. It's just a step up in certain workouts and marathons as well. But I want to give you 6 workouts that I've used for athletes to help them achieve a sub 140 marathon. And that's the milestone we're talking about today. Okay. Next up is sub 130. And then we're going to go all the way down to sub 110, maybe even sub 105. So a lot more stuff coming. Take a look in the description. You'll see other half marathon videos I've done, 10K series and a 5K series. So if you're an athlete or a coach, please do not leave without subscribing to this channel. You're going to find a lot of good content. We're approaching 400 videos of good content. So, and again, I'm offering memberships now, which offer access to coaching clinics and other things like that too. So if that's something you're interested in as a coach or an athlete, take a look at that, and then we'll talk about it as well. Feel free to reach out to me. Any questions? blackbeltrunningcoach@gmail.com is my email address. So with that said, let's get to some workouts themselves. You'll see the screen pop up here. Okay, this is a good variety workout. Okay, this is also a good workout that you can do early to mid season. It's 3 sets of building, and these are workouts you're building towards. So you're building towards 3 sets of 2 miles at half marathon pace, okay, which is 7:35 to 7:36 per mile, or 4:42 to 4:43 per kilometer. Then you take a 3-minute active rest, and then you attack 5 50-meter uphill runs, okay, staying upright, attacking the hill hard, jogging down easy, also leaning into the hill and staying perpendicular to take stress off your joints. When you finish the final hill, you take another 3-minute recovery, and then you repeat again the sequence: 2 miles, half marathon pace, rest 3 minutes, and then the hills. Rest 3 minutes, and then you try to get that third sit in as well. That's, again, you're building towards this. So the first time you might not be able to do 3 sets. You might be able to do 2. So, but this also teaches you how to lock into pace and then accelerate when you're fatigued, then go back into lock in pace when you're already fatigued, and accelerating hills. So if you have a rolling half marathon course, this is a perfect workout. If it's a flat half marathon course, it's also a good workout for you as well. So it's teaching you a lot of different things: pace variety, building leg strength and leg speed, while again locking into half marathon pace, particularly latter parts of the runs and races as well. That's a great workout. Next up is a simulation long run. Okay, long runs generally by feel here. And again, the long runs can get longer. So anywhere right now between 12 and 13 miles. Some folks, at this point, some folks are at 15, 16, or whatever it might be, and that's totally fine. Some folks are at 10 miles right now, which is fine as well. So, but 12 to 13 is a nice sweet spot here. You do a simulation long run. What I mean by that is, again, if the course is hilly, and anytime you sign up for half marathon, I encourage you to take a look at the course so you can design some of your long runs and workouts accordingly. So it's similar to that. So if it's rolling, then the long runs can be rolling if you have access to it. If it's flat, it helps you lock into a little bit more comfortable rhythm. Then you do them on the flats. So completely up to you. But if you have access to rolling long runs, I highly encourage you to do that. And again, you do about 5. You take about a 3 to 4 minute active recovery after you're done with the long run, and then you simulate 5 times a 50 at some point. 5 times 100, you're building towards 5 times 100-meter strides at the end, just to give you a little bit of turnover work when you're already fatigued from these runs. It's a great way of kind of keeping in rhythm and extending that cadence. So, and again, you're alternating between an easy long run pace and then a little bit of a faster pace throughout the course of the season, or throughout the course of a year or a training cycle. So it's a great way of getting yourself ready for an extended hard run, which is what a half marathon is, for a continuous period of time. Next up is a staple: 6 times 2K reps. So it's 12 kilometers worth of running, a little over 7 miles. And again, you're building towards this, okay? 2:30 recovery at half marathon pace, which is 7:35 to 7:36 per mile, or 4:42 to 4:43 per kilometer. Okay, this is a good rhythm workout. If you can do this, and this is building up from 1,000 meters to 1,200s to mile repeats. And again, this is why I think coaching with the eye is important, because you might be a coach and have athletes who can't go hand to more than mile reps, or some folks that might be not mile reps might not be long enough. Some of the more distance oriented strength type people. That's why I give so many different varieties of workouts, so you have options for all of your athletes. But that's a fantastic staple workout as well. And if you could, that's a good mid-season workout towards late season as well. It just helps you lock into half marathon pace. Next one, this is something that's a staple of my half marathon trainings and my marathon training programs: a rolling speed fartlek. Again, soft surfaces if you have it, over rolling area if you have it, golf course, whatever it might be, a park. You're building, and this is a continuous run. So you do your warm up, you do your drills, your strides, and whatnot. I generally have a do if it's short fartlek, I'll have them do like a 1,000-meter effort at threshold pace, just to elevate the heart rate, and then you transition right into this, which is 15 to 16 times 130 hard, 130 easy, a minute 30 hard, versus a minute 30 easy. You take about a 3-minute recovery after that threshold rep, and then you go right into this workout. This is all continuous. So the whole thing is going to be, see about 48, 16. Yeah, 16 times 3 minutes. Yeah, 48 minutes of continuous, 45 to 40 minutes of continuous running, half of which is going to be hard, 24 minutes or so. And again, this is going to be between 10K and 5K pace continuously. The hard efforts, the easy efforts can be a little bit slower. Okay, marathon pace, something like that, or even slower if you need it to be. That you're floating between 7:14 and 6:57 per mile, which is again 10K down to 5K pace, or 4:30 to 4:14 per kilometer, which is the same thing, just broken down into kilometers. And again, this is a great way of doing this. And even on the back end, you could do another threshold run to help you ease out if you want, to help you ease out of the workout into the cool down as well. But this is a fantastic workout, a speed workout, particularly for those that really want to become more stride efficient and more stride effective and more stride powerful. It's a great way of doing this stuff, and it also helps you keep within your running pattern. Okay, helps you really run hard and do extended knee lifts and extended arm pumps, well, which helps make your half marathon and marathon running more effective. Okay, I got 2 to go. Okay, workout number 5. This isn't the long one, but this is a 9 to 10 mile progression run. Okay, teaching you how to get slower, it's faster. And it's if you can build a lot of your training this way, it's a really great way of getting you fit and ready for half marathons and marathons. Because one of the biggest things with those long races is not only stride deterioration, but pace deterioration. People get to a point where they start breaking down and the pace gets slower. We're building towards the pace getting faster over time, of course. So you're building towards a 9 to 10 mile progression run. This is after a little bit of a warm up and before a little bit of cool down. So at marathon pace down the half marathon pace. So you're progressing from 7:53 down to about 7:35 per mile, or 4:54 per kilometer down to 4:42 per kilometer. It's a great way of, again, progressively getting fast and teaching your body how to handle increasingly more difficult training. And doing this in a continuous manner like this really helps to simulate a long race as well, and help make you a hell of a lot stronger and a hell of a lot mentally tougher, and it should help build your mental fortitude. So lastly, this is a good one as well. So this is a transition workout. So this is a good mid to late season. 5 times a kilometer with a 2:30 recovery at 10K pace. Okay, which is 7:13 to 7:14 per mile, or 4:29 to 4:30 per kilometer. You take a 2-minute 30-second active recovery, so you're getting out hard, doing something hard, and then after that, take the same 2:30 rest after the last one, and then you go right into 3 miles at half marathon pace, which is 7:35 to 7:36 per mile, which is a little bit slower than the 10K pace, so it should feel a little bit more comfortable and give you a little bit of recovery after the kilometer efforts. You do that for 3 miles consecutively. Take a 3-minute active recovery, and then you finish with 6 times to 400 with a 1-minute recovery at 5K down to 3K pace, which is 6:55 to 6:44 per mile, or 141 to 144 per rep, right around there. And this is also a great way of getting you to go out hard, settle with your pace, and finish hard. It's a little over it's about 7.5 miles worth of complete total running. A little bit more than that, but at this point, you should be able to handle it. And again, this is for athletes who can handle it, and you're building towards these volumes over time. You don't necessarily need to go right in there and do all that volume immediately. If you don't, or if you're not able to do it, if your athletes aren't able, don't worry about it. That's why you have all these different options. It's easy to customize these types of workouts for you or your runners. So again, if you have any questions, reach out to me. If you enjoyed this, please hit the like button. Please share this with other runners and coaches. Next up is going to be sub 130. And then again, we're going to go all the way down, and then we're going to transition to the marathon. So a lot more good stuff coming, everybody. Have a great week. I'll talk to you later.